Okay, people, this is the day. This is the day of the big surprise. You're saying, how big could this really be? I'm telling you, this is big. This is bigger than big. This is the biggest of all bigs. How do I know this? How can I prove this? I'll show you. You see that clock right there? That does not say 3:30 in the afternoon. That is 3:30 in the morning. And that's not real special to see me up at that time. But right over here is my wife, and she is up at 3:30 in the morning. And that proves that this is big. It is bigger than big. You are in for a real big surprise as you join us on this journey. My wife wouldn't get up this early unless the house is on fire. Well, except when she had her children, but her children came in the middle of the night. She was there, I was sleeping. I did my part. I took her to the hospital, right? I couldn't do any more, so I figured, hey, it's up to her at that point. But this is big. This is bigger than even when we got married, because she would not have gotten up at 3:30 in the morning to marry me. However, she got up at 3:30 in the morning to see this big surprise, because it is big. So join us on this journey as we endeavor to see and reveal the big surprise. We have just crossed into South Dakota. Okay, that's not real big because we live by South Dakota, but it's getting bigger. Okay, folks, we have just crossed the border into North Dakota. Now you can see this is getting big. Well, folks, here's the big surprise we've been waiting for. We picked up two stud colts. This one is Micah, and that one's Monty. This one's a drum horse, and this one is a Vanner Gypsy crossed with a Belgian. Both draft horses. We decided to take on something new and interesting. We wanted a larger draft horse than what we did, so I know I didn't inform the horse people that watch my videos about this, but I had sold my other team a couple months ago, and they're out quite a ways west of here, and decided to go with the larger one. I wasn't finding exactly the team that I wanted for the money that we like to spend, and so we ended up deciding just to go with a couple of colts. Now that means we got a long haul ahead of us, because it's going to be 2-3 years before they basically make a team out of them. But if we're real patient about it, I think we can handle this. Never done this before, taking a colt and training it from the start, basically. And so these guys aren't real used to being handled yet. And so right now, we just got them to our place, and they're not so sure they want to get out. So everything is a very slow process. And just getting them used to us, getting them to trust us, and that we're going to take care of them well and so forth. They did load well. He had them already halter broke, and I was able to load them into the trailer with real ease. We didn't tape that because that place was pretty messy, and just didn't really have the opportunity to grab the camera at that time. So anyway, this is a big surprise. Now I realize I probably already lost 70% of my audience. The reason why I say that is because the latest study I saw, they said only 30% of Americans like horses in the first place, which probably explains why my horse videos aren't all that terribly popular. And so, sorry about that if you're waiting for something that maybe interested you and this doesn't. But for those of you that it does interest, we're going to take you on the journey with us as we get these things trained, which, like I say, is a slow process. But I'm hoping within 1 year, I'll have them to the point that they'll be trusting of me, and that I can start to drive them around a little bit, just walking freely. And we'll just take it one step at a time, and we'll see how this whole process goes. Okay, we got them out of the trailer, and they got more comfortable with us. Just takes time. You have to work with them, make sure they get comfortable with you so they know they can trust you. And we showed them around their pen, where their water was, where their hay is inside the building and so forth, and just took it real slow, and they're doing pretty well. As you see, they're pretty calm right now. And so, sorry if I dramatize this video too much. I'm normally not a drama person, just tell it like it is, but we get pretty excited about these two since we made a contract on them, and so for us it was a real big deal. But I hope you join us, those that are interested, and seeing how they develop over the next couple of years. We'll try to give a video on them every so often, and just show you what we're doing with them and how we're getting them trained. The first thing we're going to do is desensitize them. And while we're desensitizing them, they will continue to learn to trust us more. And then we need to handle their feet a lot, because when the farrier comes, they need to be able to handle that foot without them jerking it away and so forth. So we thank you for joining us here at our Minnesota farm. Hope to see you again.